So good morning, everybody, or evening, depending on when you watch this. This is Patty Schramm. I'm the parent resource trainer for the SALT Talks, the SALT program serving Southwest Ohio. And I wanted to talk today on how to navigate the Livebinder. We're always talking about the Livebinder and uploading resources and all the information. So I wanted to make sure you were aware how to use this Livebinder. So I wanted to take a few minutes, try to keep it to very minimal on what's in the Livebinder and where to find the different information or just how to navigate. So 1 second, let me share my screen. Okay, so you should be able to see my screen. It's up now. This is when you go into the link. You can find the link in various locations. So if you receive the newsletter, there's a button on there that says Livebinder. Just click on it and it'll bring you to this site. If you get the schedule at the very bottom, there's some links. You can click on that and it'll bring you to this site. If you don't get the newsletter or don't have and you're seeing this and you don't have the schedule, you want me to send it, just email me and I'll send the information to you as well. So this is what the Livebinder looks like when you go in. The first thing you want to look at is the table of contents. And this will list everything that's in the binder right on down through, and you can click on any of them and it'll take you right to that point. So, SALT Talks meeting information, 2022 to 2023, the SALT program schedule. So you go in here and you'll get a image of the schedule. We change this periodically as we complete, like we just completed January, so we'll be updating things soon. And you'll see what's on the schedule. I talked about the links at the very bottom. We had 2 live sessions this year. We already had one on January 19th, but we're also having one on April 26th. So it'll be a live session at the Warren C. Young Center in Lebanon. But this is to pre-register. There's the link for that. And at the bottom here is all the online links: YouTube, Google SALT Drive, Livebinder, Facebook is down here at the bottom. And then here's all your contacts for the different counties. If you're interested in the newsletter, you can just email me and I'll get you pre-registered. So besides the table of contents is where we were at. You can look there. You can click up here and search, saying, well, I want to just go real quick to what I want. So let's say you wanted to know about, let's say, Special Needs Trust. Oops. Okay, so here's where you would find, and you just have to find what you're interested in. Here's January 2023, January 2023. So you can click on one of those and you'll be able to see the information there. And there's some other guardianships from before. So if you click on it, it'll bring up, there's the video for that series. And then if you want to know more about, so that would be the search. So again, let's just kind of do another one. So camps, there's the information on camps, so it'll pop up. Okay, so we're over here on the toolbar, and just say you want to scroll down. So here's SALT Talks meeting information. So you would look there. There's our schedule. Here's to our Google SALT Drive, a link to that. You'll be able to see that. What is SALT? There is a video out there about SALT. You can also click here for the Google SALT Drive. It'll take you right in. What's the Google SALT Drive? It's a series of folders that are the presentation information in. So like if you would click on, well, let's see here. Let's click on here. So this is our SALT Talks monthly meetings. Here's January. And it will pull up, January, and then let's say the 24th, there's, the presentation information. Let me go back here to, all right, so here we are, back to the toolbar. So that's how you use that. Resource links, you can always come here and find the resource links as well. So you go down, so you close that tab, but this is this is all the tabs that how to find and everything. We have an acronyms tab. So if you're going someplace or you want to learn about the acronyms, you know, you go to these IEP or different meetings and they'll say OOD or, you know, something DD, or they have all these different abbreviations. BVR, which is also, you can find that, and I'll show you later under OOD, but you'll be able to see what they kind of reference. So that's under acronyms. There's all different things here. We have advocacy, arts and music, and I try to fill in what I can on different information. Here's the Marjorie continuing education about them. And if you want to go to the site, there is a link here, usually at the top. I usually try to include their website link if possible. Assisted technology, backwards planning. Here's the camps, charting life course, cooking and healthy habits. You go in there and you'll find different informations on, you know, the different sites. So there's in Dayton area, Healthy Habits Cooking Club, and here's their information, their website and information about them. Has things about the IEP under education, because IEP is education. If you scroll down, here's education driving programs, education college resources. So if we had some presentations on the different colleges, so they're in here as well. If you scroll on down, there's guardianship, supported decision making. So you would go in here, and here's, you know, we'll be having another one for this year, 2023, on supported decision making. So we'll be updating that information. Independent living information. So in here, I'll have different links, life skills to learn video. See, there's a little video about, you know, learning life skills. There's a whole series of some of those. Also residential guidance. So this is independent living. So when you're starting to talk about independent living, you know, DODD has some DODD, so that's Ohio Department of Developmental Disabilities. They have a link on their website as well. So that's what I try to tie you into, is where to find these links, who has them, you know, and the different organizations. This is one thing I wanted you to point out too. I stumbled on during the pandemic that we just came through. Microsoft has a training, online training. It's free for learning your, you know, add learning to your routine. It's free online training. And then they have different things on, you know, just different training grounds if you want to learn more about Microsoft, especially if you or your, you know, if your child's looking for, you know, going into the office world. Publications, newsletters. Join our email list. We do, you know, have put out a newsletter every month. So this was the February newsletter. You can come and reference it. And again, here's all the links. The little hand comes up. You can be able to click on those links and all the information. Butler County also puts out a bi-weekly newsletter of events. You can go and look at Montgomery County. They have a calendar of events. And it's usually, you can go to their main page too. And I have that information in there. Let's see here. So that, you know, that's newsletters, publications, events there. If you go on down, we have one on podcasts. We have various podcasts available. Ocali has wonderful podcasts. So there's the Autism Personal Coach was around the Cincinnati area, but they have different autism stories you can listen to. LOMH started this when their daughter was going through transition, and you'll see they have different seasons. So of course, season 1 is when they started on learning about their transition journey and all the things that they, you know, as they were going through, they have like a journey, like a documentation of their journey. So you'll be able to see various resources in here homeschooling, and about high school. And of course, if you get up to season 4 and 5, she's coming out of high school, getting into independent living, and just covering some of those topics. It's a good, really good podcast. DODD has a podcast, and Ohio DD Talks, and there's several others in here that you can take a look at, and just click on the link. It'll take you to the DD Talks. And this is Ohio DD Talks. This is Ohio Developmental Disabilities Council that has this one. All right, so that's podcast. We have ones on recreation. You can take a look at this. Some of the different support groups, which we'll be talking to later this year. Autism Society of Greater Cincinnati is now Autism Connections. And then you can see their events. If you click here, you'll be able to pull up events. Here's their link there. You'll be able to go into that. We Thrive Together. There's the Autism Milestones Autism Resources. They have a lot of information as well. DODD events, which is Ohio Department of Developmental Disabilities. RAC is also another. It's the Regional Autism Advisory Council, and they have flyers that they have also for events. So here is RAC social media channels, outreach classes and activities. So then you come in here, there's February, and then you can see all the events. They have different flyers they post in their folder for that, and they keep that updated. So there's just various things you can check out there under recreation. I have several tabs of that. Here's the SST 10 is around the Dayton area, and they have a camp guide, which is really nice. It's still showing. Let's scroll down here. It's on this page. I just left this up here because it's a lot of resources, but right now they have the 2022 summer camp directory, which is very helpful. They will probably be updating that at some point here. But they list all the camps, so you'll be still able to find a lot of these camps and their information there, and then just make the proper contacts that you need to do once you choose, in the different pages. So they have, here's a Rotary Club, just different ones, Recreation Unlimited. So just check it out and see if there's any of them that you'd be interested for the summer, and you can reach out to them directly. There's relationships, friendships, and dating. We've had some presentations on that. The Quick Reference Resource Guide. So we just updated this. This is something you can, if you see these little arrows over here to the right of your screen, there's a download and a printable. So some of the documents are, downloadable and printable. So, and this is a list of kind of like some of the stuff that's in the Livebinder, but we have it on a sheet that you can print out and keep handy. But when you have it like this, like on a virtual or online, you can easily click on these different table contents. So like school to adult life transition, just click there, it'll take you to that page. You go down here, back to the table of contents, it'll take you back. If you want to know about stable account and trust, just click on it. It takes you to that page, and then you can go back, and so on and so forth. I mentioned the abbreviations. Here's on this quick reference, there's that. I mentioned about OOD, so this is another quick reference. Some of the common terms that are used during your IEPs or maybe ISPs meetings. SSA. SSA, we talk about SSA as Social Security Administration, but when you're in these meetings, SSA could mean Services and Support Administration, or like a transition coordinator. So here is like these abbreviations. OOD, as I mentioned before, like it showed here, BVR. These were different names that were used for OOD over the years, but right now it's being referred to as OOD. And then if you want more glossary terms, here's a link to the Ohio Department of Developmental Disabilities, it's DODD. Here's their link to more glossary terms, and then another link that I found. So, and then here's IEP. What does it stand for? Individualized Education Program, Individualized Service Plan, and you have the different ones here. Okay, so that's the quick reference resource guide. And then you can look under, for resources, you can look under, here's your state support 10, resources for families. And they have different information under there. We're constantly going through this Livebinder and updating it, looking for maybe links that aren't working anymore or something's changed. Sometimes they change their website and everything gets a new link to it, or so we're always trying to look for that information as well. State support team, that's your Butler County area. And that's for their website. It's your Butler, Claremont, Hamilton, and Warren counties. SST 10 was your Montgomery, Greene area. Here's another link at safety and human trafficking. There's several articles out there from the different organizations on human trafficking. You can look it up. Some of the information I did get from police force, and I just shared the link out there. Stable account, especially here's Trustful News Trust, Social Security, work incentives. There's a bunch of information there about that. And then I had waivers in here. So if you're trying to learn about waivers, the Ohio Department of Developmental Disabilities has a big waiver section. And they have a little menu over here, but you can go down through and look at the different waivers, what they mean, what they are. They keep their site fairly updated. They do really well. And that's what we like to look for and that's why I share a lot of website links, because they're updating it. Things change constantly and they keep things updated. YouTube channels, you can go directly to our YouTube, from the other links, but I wanted to make sure you had other YouTube channels that are available. There's the DODD YouTube, and it looks like this. There's videos and playlists. So you can come in here. If you go under playlists, they should have it here. The Ohio ISP employment, they have it broken down. Supporting families, they have it, broken down really well. If you come into, let's go here. The SALT YouTube is also in here, and we've been working on it. So we have all the videos here. And again, we have playlists listed. So I put them in Social Security, activities, employment, guardianship, and I have SALT Teens and Me, and different information in there. So that goes down through all the, it's just all the tabs. It's just like a binder, except it's online, and they have they have the sub tabs to each of the different tabs. So, just get in there and click around. You're not going to hurt anything, and just click on all the different areas. And again, like I repeat, just go down through here and you can look at all the different titles and click on from the table of contents, or you can just search something specific up here in the upper right, right here at search next to options, but you can see it like that. So that's a little bit about the Livebinder. If you have any questions, you can always email me. My email is the PRT Patty, PATTI S like Sam. So it's PRTPATTIS@gmail.com. So thank you for joining me for this few minutes. I'm not sure how long I took, but hopefully it gives you a little view of how to navigate the Livebinder. Thank you for joining me and have a great day.